Alright everybody, we are back. We're finally gonna go into the Warg Pen and find Halsin. I didn't realize it was here.
Best be on my way.
We're just gonna creep our way through here. I am encumbered. Oh, I certainly don't need to be carrying this axe around. That's an arrow. That's about good anyways.
Let's have a look.
Just more dishes. Oh, this is where the prison is. So I should have known this was here because I was already in here. Multiple times.
Someone escaped. One of the adventurers.
Whoever did it left quite some claw marks. Maybe the missing druid?
Maybe.
Return to the grove.
Came all the way here just to find out that he escaped. Come on. I mean, he messed up all these folks. What's this? Linebreaker boots. Adrenaline rush once per turn. When you dash, you get wrath for 2 turns. What is wrath? +1 bonus damage with melee weapons for every turn this condition has remaining.
What's hiding here?
Who's won? Don't do it.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
So, Emerald Grove, I can just transport right there? Sure can.
I don't need any attention right now. Never wanted the easy path.
What's so heavy on me? What did I pick up that was so dang heavy? Really? Oh yeah, they won't let me in anymore. There was a way somewhere, right? I left Findal here to die.
Anything of use?
Key of the Ancients. was supposed to help him, but I didn't know how. I bet you I was supposed to, like, get Shadowheart to heal him. Just things I didn't think about at the time. Big old noob. Remember when I busted out Saza and then did nothing with the mission? Everybody left?
Something's on my mind.
Can I trade with you?
You saved us. I wasn't sure we'd make it through.
Let me see your wares.
I wish I had better, but this is all I have.
Get rid of all this. As far as I know, I don't need the hammer. Sell all these books. What was this one? Parchment. At best, an optimistic letter. Sell the crappy mace, sell the crappy boots. I'll keep the blueprints. Bottled water. Wait. None of that disappeared? You can't do it simultaneously? That was grease, right? Yeah. Keep the soul coins book. Much better. Get rid of that simple robe. Don't need it. Don't want it. Look at all this stuff that I can't use.
May Timora's luck twist your way.
Yeah, what you said.
What I wouldn't do.
No traps, please.
I don't think there's any traps in here. Strange Ox is still here. Can I talk to him yet? Everybody else left. Moo. I don't have animal handling anymore. Must have been on an item.
You deserve to be banished.
Then banish me. When the coming army marches, there will be none to protect you.
Halson, finally.
You took it upon yourself to undertake the Rite of Thorns. I ought to exile you from this place. Forever. Instead, I shall listen to the explanation that you owe me.
I owe you nothing. Goblins swarmed us like roaches while you stumbled after the past. You chose to abandon us. I
Don't worry, I
chose to
murdered all the
protect us.
goblins.
Silence! The rite has been ended. I will allow you to stay, but consider yourself a novice anew. You have forgotten the ways of the druids, our place in the natural order. You shall learn it all once again, right here. Backslide, and nature's fury will crush you.
As you wish, Master Halsin.
A misjudgment.
That whole thing about her
One that should weigh heavily
imprisoning a
upon her.
child.
But the Grove still needs her passion. You will soon see why. But enough of that for now. I owe you my thanks.
I didn't do anything. You got
The
out
Grove
yourself.
stands. Nature prevails. I owe you my thanks. And an introduction. I am Halsin, first druid of the Emerald Grove. And I sense you have a problem you seek my help with.
The Mind Flayer Parasite. He's not going to be able to help me. The Parasite's out, game over.
It's true.
Credits start
I can
rolling.
feel it right now. Oh, Oak Father preserve you, child. But something's different. You're aware of the monster inside you. You don't bow to the Absolute like the true souls do.
Nope.
How is this possible? Perhaps.
Perhaps it
But
was
I wouldn't want
interrupted.
to place all my faith in blind luck. Someone is using very powerful magic to modify these tadpoles. They're using them to exert control over the infected. I'm sorry to say, I can't undo that magic. I can't cure
Figured
you,
as much.
but that doesn't mean I can't help. At the Goblin camp, I hoped to find a way to remove the tadpoles. I failed, but I did find the next best thing. I found out where they come from. I will do what I can to help you. Let us speak tomorrow. You and I both have matters to see to first. As for what you've done for the Grove...
You're telling me to take a
speak
long
Wrath.
rest.
He will see to your reward. Believe
Hope it
me,
was worth the
is.
bloodshed, because I
The
killed
span
them
of a
all.
mortal life isn't enough to grasp the importance of this place. Its roots touch everything. The journey to Moonrise Towers, and all the dangers that entails. But that's tomorrow's problem. Take some time for yourself tonight. Rest, celebrate. Come morning, I'll be by your side.
What of them?
They are our guests until they wish to leave, as I said the day they arrived.
They blinded you to truth. Outsiders bring only chaos.
And what have you brought? Harmony? Balance?
I need to find Wrath. That's Zevlor. Alar, Inwe, Tahan, Bosk. Talk to Wrath for my reward, he says. That's Halsin. That's a bear.
How many will die the next time we throw open our doors?
What's Kaga? Silver. Nettie's in here. Not telling me to talk to Wrath anywhere. Probably shouldn't rob this place, huh? Devlor through the big door. Coming down that ladder. Yep. The hell is Zevlor? Will wants to talk. Devlor's up there. That's not where I need to go at all. Devlor's up on top. Can't get there? God damn. Navigating is so damn cumbersome. I can't jump back over. Oh my god.
Here goes nothing.
Why can't I get anywhere? I'm like stuck now. I can't get back. Was I not supposed to be over here? This is brutal. I guess I can fast travel. You guys won't let me in here? Or will you? I just can't click it yet because I'm not close enough. Man, I'm dumb. Nah, they won't let me in. I have to go back through? There's got to be a better way, right? Yawn. Hey, did what's her face with the legs? Yet?
This calls for careful footwork. If not over, then through.
Right. Yes, Mom?
Janice.
Check twice myself.
Is he down low? No, he's up here. Don't turn around.
A scout just reported. The goblins' leadership has been decimated. We might escape this place yet.
That might have been me.
And I hear you are the one to thank. I'm grateful. I took a collection from all of us. It isn't much, but you've earned it. It's not enough.
I'm taking
but
it.
It's all we have. No armies at our heels. Amazing. We can finally leave. But perhaps we need not speak of farewells. We'll join your camp tonight to celebrate if you'll have us.
Yeah. We'll see you there. Defeat the goblins. Complete. Guardian of the Forgotten. What did you give me? Patched together sack. When healing another, the wearer regains 1 to 6 hit points. So we know who's wearing that. Great club. Don't much care for it. You can't wear it? Not proficient with medium armor. Who is? Him? Is he though? He's not. Neither is Gale, I would imagine. Nope. So I guess we just go to camp. That's Gale. Let's talk to Will.
I'd like some time to talk.
I had another dream last night. The visitor came to me and ordered me to penetrate the heart of the very cult that's spreading the infection. It gave me a tadpole gift too, just like it did the first time it appeared. I suppose it hoped this would help. At first, I thought we should avoid these gifts no matter what advantage we gain. And yet, I can't help recall the words of my father. The best plan is the one that works. These powers could be enough to edge us towards victory.
Well, Will wants to edge. This is the plan that works.
Very well. If it's mind games these parasites wish to play, we'll play. And we'll win.
What's it
Not
like
so
being the
enchanting as
son
you
of a
think.
Grand Duke?
The Portiers, the Caldwells, they were the blue bloods hosting the fancy balls and drinking from gold goblets. Father's the son of a blacksmith, born with barely a coin in the coffers. He made a name for himself among the Flaming Fist, brave as Baldur and stubborn as a deep Rothay, daring, outspoken, but hardly posh. I spent more time dueling with father than I did rubbing elbows with lords. Not to say I didn't develop a taste for
Why he's such a good
wine
fighter.
and the talent for courtly dance.
Oh, let's have a dance then.
It's been a badger's age since I've twinkled my toes. A drunk ogre could put on a better show.
Ah, do it for me, come on.
Tempting. Give it some time. Develop a bond, and maybe I'll show you a move or two.
What do you think of the
I
potential?
think that unknowable powers come with unknowable consequences. I can't say I'm not curious, but once you've taken a lithid by the talon, there's no telling how deep into the abyss it might drag you.
True. You saying how dangerous these absolute cultists are. We need extra help. Look at me, how potent I'm becoming. Think of what we could accomplish together. We face untold dangers, Will. Shouldn't we size every possible advantage? 18, huh? That 20.
Yes, I suppose we should. Though I'm more than a bit wary. Still, I am the frontier's avowed protector. New dangers require new skills to vanquish them. If the tadpole must be my curse, then let the powers it grants me be the Sword Coast's blessing. I will consume what I must to make it so.
He's in. I don't know what you should get out of this pact means. I'm gonna save just in case it was the wrong decision.
A possibility that's kept me awake countless nights. But I don't have a clue where to start, other than play her games and play by the rules. That's the only language.
Ah, the
devils
Devil
listen
Pact,
to.
of course. I forgot about that. Why obey her? What's the worst she could do? There must be some loophole.
It could well be. She has the blighted thing. What I know of it is simply what has engraved itself upon my memory. My contract is very clear. I can bring
Mizora, that's who she is.
She'll have to let me out of my pact willingly. The only way out is if I can out-bargain her. We're standing here with nothing but the clothes on our backs and the worms in our heads.
Let's put our worms together.
I'm sure of it. How glad I am that you see me as more than my patron's pet.
Quick save successful. Gale needs to eat.
My condition likes being ignored as little as I do. I must consume another artifact. And soon.
Give him something. Let's eat that.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Good gods. It hardly has any effect. Oh,
He needs blues now instead of greens.
Listen, I need to speak to you, to all of you. It would be unconscionable of me to remain silent. I might just be about to remedy that. You have to know who I was. You have to know who I really am.
Oh, he's gonna drop some truth bombs on us.
Is a walking shadow of the promise I once held. I'm what one might call a wizard prodigy. Who from an early age could not only control the weave, but compose it. Much like a musician or a poet. Such was my skill that it earned me the attention of the mother of magic herself. The Lady of Mysteries. The goddess Mystra. She revealed herself to me and she became my teacher. In time, she became my muse. And later, even my lover.
You made love to a goddess? Oh.
Oh, yes. We enjoyed each other's
Bow,
company.
bow, bow.
Body, mind, and soul.
Where soul
But even so, I desired
meets
more.
body.
You see, no matter how powerful a wizard we mortals can become, we never scratch more than the surface of the weave. Mystra keeps us in check. There are boundaries she doesn't let us cross. Yet, every time I was with her, I stood on the precipice, gazing into the
So Will has
wonders that lay
Mizora,
beyond.
you got Mystra.
I sought to cross her boundaries.
I applaud your
Though
ambition.
not, I think, my methods. I tried to convince her. I pouted. I pleaded. Swore my ambition was only to serve her better. She only smiled and told me to be contented. Inconceivable as it seems to me now, I shared a bed with a goddess,
Inconceivable!
yet I wasn't satisfied. So I sought to prove myself worthy to her instead. We come now to the crux of my folly. Shall I share the story behind it, or would you rather head straight to its sordid finale?
Tell me
Very
all.
Well, here goes. Once upon a very long time ago, a mighty lord lived in a tower. A flying tower, to be
Cool.
precise. I'll save his history for another time, but the gist of it is that he sought to usurp the goddess of magic so that he could become a god himself. He almost managed, but not quite. And his entire empire, Netheril, came crashing down around him as he turned to stone. The magic that was unleashed that day was phenomenal. Roiling like the prime chaos that outdates creation. Even the weave itself could not withstand the onslaught. It fractured, then shattered, and all magic was lost to the mortal realms. Until the day Mystra returned.
Ooh.
She restored the weave, reuniting all its scattered shards. Or so I thought.
And that's when you started to catch
Until,
feels?
in the course of my studies, I learned of a book. A Netherese tome in which a piece of the fractured weave had been sealed beyond her reach. What if, I thought, What if, after all this time, I could return this lost part of herself to the goddess?
And?
The answer was to try. The outcome was to fail.
Rough.
I was certain that this deed of raw power, draped in romance, would convince Mistra to take me by the hand and welcome me into her hitherto forbidden domains. I was mistaken. I obtained the fabled book and took it into my study. As for what happened next... Here. Place your hand over my heart.
Will I get to see the vision?
Let me show you.
Look at my big old gloves.
You feel the tadpole quiver as you realize Gale is letting you into the dark. You see through
This is
Gale's
nefarious.
eyes, staring down the corridors of a dread memory. A book bound and
Now these gloves look like they could be medium armor and
inside there are
not
no
useful.
pages, only a swirling mass of blackest weave that pounces. Its teeth, its claws, it's unstoppable as it digs through and becomes part of you. And gods, is it ever hungry.
Oh, are you still alive?
Thankfully, the moment I absorbed the fragment wasn't enough to kill me outright. It was only the beginning.
Those are quite the wide eyes.
This Netherese blight, this orb, for lack of a better word, is balled up inside my chest. And it needs to be fed. As long as I absorb traces of the weave from potent enough sources, it remains quiet. Were it ever to fully destabilize, however, I will erupt.
Erupt.
I don't know the exact magnitude of the eruption,
Giggity.
but given my studies of Netherese magic, I'd say even a fragment as small as the one I carry, it'd level a city the size of Waterdeep.
Should have told me right away. Is there nothing we can do? Did you ever think what would happen if the tadpole got the better of you? I should kill you.
We might chance upon a king's collection of magical artifacts around the corner. We might cross paths with a miracle round the bend. Then again, we might not. All of this, it must feel like a betrayal. Say the word, and we'll part ways.
Nah, man, you're alright. Come this far together, it's how it'll be.
That is a great relief.
Listen, we're traveling with a
Great relief
vampire.
indeed.
Like,
Truly are a soul
we all have our
steals
demons,
my
man.
own. From all my
Literally.
new rallied
Will
army,
has a literal demon.
I thank you. I thank you all. I understand if you stand against me. I'm humbled if you stand with me. Either way, I will do my best not to let you down. I stand at a
He's got good
precipice,
intentions.
But if you do not give up hope, neither shall I. I'll fight. I'll resist as long as I can. Now, even I am tired of the sound of my own voice. Let us venture
You
forth.
said it. Which gloves am I wearing? Yeah, okay, you're not the end of the world here. Childish doodle of goblin presenting fungal bouquet to a drow adorns his crumpled letter. Dearest, your excellency, and most prettiest Minthara. Might not remember me. Minthara's dead, so... Whoops. Alright, I guess we pick ourselves a little sleep. And we have a party with the drow, right?
No,
The real party.
an owlbear.
Asterian's gonna be like, I can't promise I won't eat anybody.
Never pictured myself as a hero. Never thought I'd be the one they'd toast for saving so many lives. And now that I'm here,
You weren't even there. You didn't help kill the goblins.
I hate it. This is awful.
You did a good thing, man.
Enjoy myself. There's a worm in my brain. I'm surrounded by idiots, and all I've got to drink is wine that tastes like vinegar.
Goblins would have thrown a wilder bottle. Take his bottle and try the wine.
It's a heavy, rich red, dry and sharp.
Red's better than white.
Awful. All I want is a little fun. Is that so much to ask?
What's your idea of a little fun?
By the hells. Sex.
He wants
my
to bang.
dear. A night of passion.
That's no way to ask.
Just to be clear. I mean, can you imagine? Ugh, no.
Wow.
Anyway, don't let me
Shut
keep you.
down.
I'm sure you have someone else to sniff around.
Do I?
Ride them all with a thunderwave.
You don't need to talk.
Let's have a look.
This like my regular. Yeah, okay.
Everyone seems to be in high spirits.
She didn't have a little talky thing on her.
Strange. You know who I never thought I'd find myself caring for?
Refugees?
Your words, not mine.
Me?
But not what I mean. I mean, desperate
The refugees.
people. Like those refugees. Never gave them much thought. Certainly not that bunch in the grove. Yet we came through for them. We saved their lives. Odd.
Yeah, it's called the right
Easily
thing.
said by some than others. But nobody's here to debate right from wrong. Share a bottle with me? We should wait a little while. Until the others have drifted off. Best not keep me waiting. I'd prefer not to entertain myself.
She wants a scissor. Bunch of horny travelers. Hey boy. Can I talk to these folks?
Think of it. No more caves, no more tents, no more running away. We'll be in a city with roads and markets and homes.
Look at them all. Guzzling poison like we've the right to be happy.
We survived, that's worth celebrating. Should join them. Have a pint or two. Just hits the DC.
Perhaps it'll make the evening more tolerable.
I'm not gonna talk to Withers, that's weird.
Patience? Have you no respect for showmanship?
You doing magic?
Having performance issues, Roland?
Hush you, and behold! Adoring applause? You're too kind.
I've had a few
Remember
drinks.
when he could barely cast that?
They grow up so fast.
Never have I met such troglodytes.
Troglodytes.
Now,
Awesome use
pass
of
the
the word
wine.
troglodytes.
I need to dance!
No. No, I need to lie down.
Sherry! That's infernal for cheers.
or possibly turnip.
His infernal's a little rusty, I guess.
Thank you.
I'm sure you're welcome.
There's that confidence I like. I thank you for seeking me out. Amid all this merriment, I wasn't sure we'd have a chance to speak this evening. I was hoping you'd spare me a moment. There was something rather magical I wish to show you.
Zip.
More's the pity you've already found someone else to make merry with. Just the two of you. There's something unspeakable about Shadowheart. But I mean that in a good way. She seems to me like a bud on the cusp of bursting into a rose.
He's mad that I already
or deadly nightshade.
talked to her.
Far be it from me, of course,
Or he
to question
recognizes
your
that I have
tastes.
a stronger bond with her. What were you going to show
That,
me?
my friend, must remain a secret for now. Or rather, for as long as you've eyes only for someone else among our troop. Another night, perhaps.
I mean, I haven't committed to anyone. What's going on here? I just told her I'd have a drink with her. Alfira.
This might be the wine talking, but I'm feeling inspired.
Oh, I'd love to hear a
Writing my
song.
next song
Let's hear it.
About you. But I need an angle. Any ideas?
Courage. My body. Not much of a bard. I'll go with the body.
Raunchy ballad coming up.
We like raunchy. Play something.
Go
Alson.
on now. Don't waste a night like this talking to me. We'll discuss your problem tomorrow.
Alright, let's have a drink.
In truth, I rarely imbibe. The stuff goes right to my head. Before you know it, I'd be breaking into song or declaring love to the first person I laid eyes on.
That's the whole point, man. Yeah, exactly.
Then you have never heard me singing, which makes you very fortunate.
Perhaps there's something else you'd rather do?
I'm sure there are. You strike me as extremely...
Oh. These guys are horny, man. I didn't even clue in.
But there are many grateful people here who want to spend time with you. I must not keep you all to myself, as enjoyable as that may be.
We've known for like
Go on,
11
enjoy
minutes.
yourself. Seek out some wine before it runs dry. There are a lot of thirsty people around.
Oh, they're thirsty, all right. What up,
Hope you're
Lacrissa?
enjoying the night, hero. I certainly am. Cheers to many more like this.
You have no idea how good it feels to see these people smiling. The singing we could probably do without, but even so, thank you.
You came through for us. That's a change from most
I
adults
feel like
I
kids
know.
shouldn't be at this party, man.
I'm not. I'm glad they can celebrate before we've even got to the gate. Just like I'll be glad to be rid of them once we're there.
Rude. Is there anybody in here doing the deed? It'd be so funny, like walk in on someone. Since everybody's getting filthy. I've talked to everybody, so Shadowheart wants me to come back.
Don't forget our little agreement. As soon as things quiet down here,
So I guess I'm just supposed to like camp now? Or did I talk to Will?
Come on, Alfie, make it spicy. Right.
Ah, hells. I was hoping you wouldn't notice I was gone.
Just trying to get away.
No. I'm deeply proud of you. A touch less so of myself. In truth, I don't feel in a festive mood, and I didn't want to cast a grey cloud over the night. We've saved the grove, and everyone hails us as heroes. For you, it's as clear as cool water. You have that heroism within you. But Karlach is dead. And gods know how many other of my victims were people like her. I shouldn't be celebrated tonight. That's why I left.
Was Karlach good? I thought Karlach was bad.
I'll be fine.
We are doing the best we can together.
More than you can know. But off with you. This is your day. Have a dance. Enjoy the music.
Can't you tell how I've filed your hair? Wish you were there, but I'll respect your need for speed.
Sometime
Peace.
alone beneath the stars, and I'll be back to my old self. Promise. Still, it's a night to remember. You've made sure of that.
Do I talk to Withers?
Fate spins along as it should.
Don't be a party foul.
A new
Nah.
ally? Or mayhaps a resurrection instead.
No, an owlbear.
So I've talked to everybody. You ready? Or do we go to sleep?
Don't forget our little agreement.
I haven't forgotten. I feel like we've talked to everybody, but something tells me that if I go to sleep, it's gonna ruin this whole thing. I've talked to everybody, right? Yeah, I've talked to those two. Talked to these ones. Talked to Roland.
Tiefling queens, frightful and fierce.
That's more like it. How many goblins did we
Yep.
kill? That's my girl.
So if I can't talk to her, then I'm just, I'm gonna do the rest.
Don't forget our little agreement.
Okay.
Buzz of celebration quiets to a soothing hum as you approach your bunk.
My bunk is
Though
just
you
around the fire.
suppose you needn't spend the night alone. There is one who yearns for you in the dark. Who will you seek?
It's just Shadowheart.
Your heart skips a beat. What treasures might this night bestow?
About to get dirty.
You made it. Come here. Sit with me.
Did you think I wouldn't show?
So eager. I'm surprised it took you this long. Well, to begin, I think a toast is in order. Any suggestions?
Good friends owner. Good survival.
Very practical. We could have toasted to that every night so far. Here's to many more. Survival. Now tell me something about yourself. And no tadpoles, dragons.
I'm not trying to be like overtly dirty here.
Something about you.
Something about me. Surprised you cared. Other things we could do besides talk. Share a little memory from growing up in Baldur's Gate.
Seems like you truly know the city. I never got to explore it to my liking.
My character does, but I don't. That's like a weird reverse meta.
Don't stop now. Not just as things are getting interesting.
Your turn, I insist. Oh, damn. Use the inspiration. There we go. Cool.
Don't laugh, but I'm not quite sure I have anything to share. When you worship Shard, secrecy is everything. We'll sacrifice our own memories when ordered to. A lot of the little things, they're lost to me right now.
You think your memories will ever come back?
Perhaps. But please,
I look
enough
drunk.
about me. Sharing's bad for my complexion. There's still plenty of wine, and the whole night is ahead of us.
Just passed out on the rock?
The others will be awake soon.
Be awake, we can still hear them.
What?
Yeah, it's a little,
I know, but you're
rude.
sweet to notice. Thank you for
Those are
last night.
lustful eyes.
Me too.
She trails off. You read an invitation in her eyes.
Let's kiss her. Well, it's happening. So I must have had the strongest bond with her just by like my dialogue choices.
That didn't hurt, did it?
Far
Good to
from it.
know. For the future. Let's head back. If we must.
If we must. Everybody's got a big
I trust
yawn.
you enjoyed your evening. After all your efforts, it was well deserved. It may be some time before you're afforded another such night.
Dude's got a strong
There's
jaw.
much to be done, and I promised I would help you however I could. I'm certain a cure for you can be found at Moonrise Towers, but it's complicated. The journey specifically, it's extremely perilous, though it seems you're well accustomed to navigating danger.
So far, so good. What's dangerous about it?
To get to the towers, you'll need to pass through a terrible place. A cursed place. This curse shrouds everything in shadow. You will not find life, light, or anything natural there. Any who linger are twisted by the curse. They become shadow beings, tormented, dangerous souls.
Need to find a way through.
You're half right. You have to get to Moonrise, but you still have a choice of how to get there. You could go overland.
Overland?
Along the Risen Road or through the mountains. Easier at first, but you'll run into the Shadow Curse eventually. You could also go under. There is a tunnel somewhere in the ruined Temple of Selûne. It leads to Moonrise Towers through the Underdark. Long ago, a man called Ketheric Thorm built a secret stronghold deep down there, before rallying a whole army of Dark Justiciars, Shah worshippers.
Justiciars, that's a fun word.
I must see for myself.
Aridin and his lot were looking for a way down there. They were promised riches if they retrieved a relic called the Night Song. But I think there's more.
The Night Song, I've heard of that.
From this stronghold, Ketheric's forces could access both the Temple of Selûne and Moonrise Towers. But he was defeated before he could launch an attack. If you can find this place, I'll wager it will reveal a more direct path to Moonrise Towers. And maybe even bypass the worst of the Shadow Curse.
I found the hitting entrance.
Already? If only I'd gone with you instead of Aridin. I would like to join your camp, if you'll allow me. I can offer my skills, my counsel. I've long sought to return to Moonrise Towers. It seems our fates have aligned.
We're gonna bring a druid?
May Sylvanus guide us.
So who am I gonna leave behind if we have a druid to bring with us?
Oakfather's blessings to you.
At the celebration, I hope I didn't come over too strong. Got caught up in the moment.
There are few things that are too strong for me.
Oh yeah, those were tieflings, not drow.
Cast those
I
regrets
said drow
aside.
before.
You did not get caught up in the moment. You seized it. In other circumstances, I would have done the same. A bad impression. Impossible.
All right. I feel like we're gonna leave Gale behind and bring the druid.
What's on your mind? I question the wisdom of that decision, but so be it. I'll be here in the meantime.
Should I have
idling
brought the
away
outfit?
hours.
You wish to speak?
Yeah, I want you to come. Stronghold in the Underdark?
Precious little. But I'm quite certain it can still be found.
Why do you want to go to the Moonrise Towers?
Those illithid creatures threaten the natural order. It's my duty to do what I can to
He's gonna
stop them.
remain in my camp.
There's
Maybe he
also
can't be
the
part of my
Shadow
party.
Curse. It's an affront and must be cleansed. I helped overthrow Ketheric Thorm and his Dark Justiciars years ago, but I failed to prevent him from unleashing darkness across the region before he was defeated. If I can join you and get close to Moonrise, perhaps I can
See?
lift this
Yeah.
curse, just as you find a cure for your infection.
How will the Grove fare without you?
I've chosen a successor as first druid, Francesca of the High Forest.
Not even
I
Nettie?
sent a bird to summon her.
Yeah.
If only everyone said that. The Grove needs to move beyond the mistakes of the
I don't really know
past.
Nettie that well. I met her
What it
once.
needs is an unknown quantity. An outsider who can enforce the Oakfather's teachings without bias.
That's fair.
This is why I chose Francesca. She will restore simplicity and purity to the Grove in my absence.
Sounds like the Grove will be in good hands.
I studied
How do you
one
know
up
about the
close.
parasite?
Closer than most would care to be to those things. A drow attacked me and I defended myself. Afterwards, I was able to examine the tadpole that emerged. Hideous, but fascinating. Like nothing else in nature, I'm glad to say.
Seems like you feel responsible for the Shadow Curse.
There's hardly anyone left to share the responsibility with. Few who witnessed the fall of Moonrise still draw breath. What Ketheric Thorm unleashed is not something that nature can undo by itself. I must do what I can. I studied the Shadow Curse for years, but to truly understand it and stop it, I must reach its source.
How can it be stopped?
But we'll need to get closer before I can put my theory into practice. Put it from your mind for now. Once we near the curse, then there will be more to be said.
Can't it be easy surrendering your title? Won't you miss being first druid?
Oh dear, no. It's a terrible burden.
It's a terrible burden. Hey Francesca, I got a job for you.
Problems and personalities. Be wary of anyone who actually wants such a role, I say.
Like Francesca.
Likely they don't understand it, or they have ill intent. I'm just glad to be out here amidst the Oakfather's creations.
How are you faring at the camp?
Stimulating company? Never better.
Surely the shadow curse can't be that bad.
Moonrise Towers in a chokehold of darkness and despair for years now. Those who remained are shadow cursed. If you don't die at their hands, then you become one of them. We have to get to Moonrise, but the less time we spend in its blighted surrounds, the better. Precisely. Then perhaps I could have done something about both the shadow curse and Ceremorphosis aberrations. But in my eagerness, I put far too much faith in the abilities of Aradin and his band. We didn't even get close.
Alright, that's it. I guess Gale can come with me then.
What's on your mind?
Join me.
With pleasure. Lead on.
Where's what's-her-face? Like how the Doge is neutral. He's not even, He's still drinking? Yay. We got stuff to do.
Well met.
Astarion's over there. Oh, she's standing there. She's just invisible. Seems like Gale's got lots to say, so let's just bang out all these conversations. That condition of yours, why does it require magic?
As tribute. The kind a king might pay to a more powerful neighbor to avoid invasion. As long as I pay, there will be peace. But should I ever stop, along comes a war. I can assure you, the battlefield would extend well beyond the borders of my body alone. An eruption the
That's
size
terrifying.
of Waterdeep, I think my exact words were.
Mighty lord in your story.
Ah, yes.
Arsus.
Karsus. Karsus was perhaps the most powerful wizard that ever lived. The child who would be a god, the elves called him. And he tried. With a spell of his own devising, he endeavored to usurp in one fell swoop the power of the goddess of magic. Mistril, she was called then. Imagine what it must have felt like to be a god. To know yourself, to be untouchable. To be mistaken. As Karsus aimed his spell at her, she began to unravel, and with her, the entire weave. Too late did he realize what he had unleashed. It would have been the end of everything had not Mistril sacrificed herself. The goddess of magic is all magic. By dying, the entire weave was lost, and the spell that challenged a god failed. It was the end of Mistril, the end of Karsus, and the end of an entire civilization. As the child who would be a god was turned to stone, his empire came crashing down around him. The floating cities of Netheril were no more. An event that came to be known as Karsus's folly.
Nothing good's for mortals wanting to be
Nothing
gods.
has its side effects as well. Now, so many centuries later, I try to follow in the footsteps of Karsus. Not to destroy Mistra, but to prove my love for her. I tried to control only a fraction of the magic that was unleashed that
It's
fateful
crushing
day.
hard.
I merely sought to return one tiny diamond to an imperfect crown. Gale's folly, one might call it. History, repetition. It's the way things go.
What will you do if you
should
feel it
ever
taking
come to
over?
that, if I ever know I am no longer able to stop it, I will do anything I can to ensure no one but me pays for my mistakes.
Gale's
I will
good
find
shit.
the remotest place on the surface of Faerun, or perhaps far below in the depths of the Underdark. I will await that death, alone. I promise I will not betray your trust. You kept me by your side despite the menace that I am. If worst comes to worst, I will be long gone before the curtain falls.
What do you make about having a vampire?
I know what it is to hunger. And I know what it takes to keep that hunger under control.
How open-minded of you,
Done
Gale.
that so far.
despite his condition. So long as he sates his appetite elsewhere, I'm happy to give him the benefit of the doubt.
What a merry bunch. Everybody kind of understands that we all got our own things going on, and yet we're willing to look past those things.
Gales had this devastation all within himself the entire time.
Astarion
And
doesn't
don't you
really
just
feel the same way,
mention
huh?
it? Who'd keep a secret like that from his friends? You can't trust anyone these days. Why do you insist on exhuming the past? I was a slave.
Vampire spawn.
A vampire spawn.
Who's born to vampires? That's why he can do daylight? Is that how that works?
Perhaps I still am. I was never able to resist their commands. But now, I've been conveniently lost. They won't ever control me again. It's simple.
How to become a vampire?
Just find a vampire that will drink your blood and turn you into a vampire spawn. Their obedient puppet. In theory, the next step is
So
to
he
drink
wasn't
their
born to one.
blood. Once you've done that, you're free and a true vampire.
In theory?
People think the biggest threat to a vampire is a cleric with a stake. It's not. The biggest threat to a vampire is another vampire. They're scheming, paranoid, power-hungry beasts.
You've described yourself very well.
Why would any vampire give up control over a spawn to create a competitor? Trust me, it doesn't happen.
What do you think is at
Who
Moonrise
knows?
Towers?
Drow? Mind flayers? Death? Hopefully not ours. But maybe answers. If we can convince the right people to talk.
Alright, we're almost done talking.
All's well, I hope.
Of course. Unless something's the matter.
I just wanted to see how you felt after the night we spent together. When we talked and kissed.
I hope there's more to come.
I hope so too. Though I'm not
Because
sure what
I don't
kind of
like your
cool
bangs,
shit
but
we'll
maybe
be
I like
afforded,
your bangs.
Given all that we're facing. But if you want to see where this goes, I do as well.
Still have the artifact?
Quite the understatement, but yes.
I just changed the
have it.
subject like that.
And I'll guard it with my life.
Say it costs you your life, what then?
Then so be it. I did my duty.
She doesn't remember.
As for the artifact, it's powerful and has a mind of its own sometimes. You'd better hope you're up to bearing it. Don't forget what it was like when you heard the voice. It'll only get worse if you don't have the artifact to protect you.
No coincidence you have the artifact.
I was
How did you
part
come
of
by
a
it?
group sent by my cloister. We were to take the artifact from the Githyanki and bring it to Baldur's Gate, no matter the cost. Though it turned out the cost was very steep. I was the only one of the group to survive. I took the artifact and fled, only to be ensnared by mind flayers before I could finish the mission. That's all I know. That's all I need to know.
Blind duty, spoken like a true pawn. Admiral conviction, though I'd prefer to know what I was getting myself into.
That's not a luxury open to many people, us included. I have my faith to turn to instead. You should find something of your own.
How can you go through all this trouble and not understand why?
I told you already. I surrendered my memories for the sake of the mission.
Right.
Shah's secrets must be protected. Duty demands it. Once I fulfill my mission, I can have my memories restored.
Okay. You seem to be intrigued when Halsin mentioned the Judiciars.
If there's even
Is that what
the
it's?
slightest chance that Shah worshippers remain
Was
within
that the
our
word?
reach, we should try and find them. Even if they're all long gone, and that seems quite likely from what we know, who knows what they may have left behind for us to use? My people are nothing if not resourceful. As long as I've prayed to Lady Shah, I've wished to serve her as a dark justiciar.
Justiciar, that's the
Scarcely a
one.
greater way to fully dedicate yourself to Lady Shah, save perhaps if you become the head of her church. To become a dark justiciar is to become the Night Singer's sword arm, her implement with which she will cast down the unbelievers and win the final battle to restore her perfect, endless darkness. It's all I ever wanted. I prayed it was my calling. But Mother forbid me from seeking to prove myself worthy of the rank.
You held you back.
She said I was not ready. Not my mother, I should add. The Mother Superior, head of Lady Shah's enclave in Baldur's Gate. Sometimes I wonder if she would ever deem me ready. I owe her everything, and I only
How does she
wish to
remember
serve,
this?
Yet she can prove inscrutable.
You ever think she'll relent?
I don't know. Perhaps if I succeed in my mission and reach Baldur's Gate. Hope has little place amongst Lady Shah's children. It's an illusion, a distraction. But for this, I hope my time will yet come.
Thank you for sharing. Why were you in pain before is two different questions.
The wound on my hand. It never quite heals. And sometimes it causes terrible pain to rip through me. It's my burden, though, from Lady Shah. I can feel her influence somehow.
Anything I can do to help?
I don't think so, but you're sweet to ask. Maybe just be patient the next time you see me wince or cry out. It'll pass quickly enough. It always does. Pain is sacred to followers of Lady Shah. Pain will give way to loss and then to the peace of her eternal darkness. You can tolerate a great deal of suffering so long as it has meaning.
What causes it to hurt you?
It's difficult to say. Sometimes I wonder if it's supposed to be guiding me, punishing me, testing
This is
me.
different dialogue than she said before, right?
But perhaps it's none of those. Perhaps it's completely random. I'd like to hope there's more to it than that. Some meaning that Lady Shah will reveal to me when the time is right. Until then, all I can do is endure.
Why would she subject you to such a
Cannot
thing?
say. Not with what I can recall. But even then, it would not be for me to question her will. Lady Shah has her reasons.
Be more honest in the future?
I'll try my best. But secrecy is ingrained in me. Lady Shah considers it greater protection than any shield or armor.
Turn to other matters. All that's happened to us.
What's on your mind?
What do you think about what happened to the Druid Grove?
Our actions. Goblins would have razed that whole place to nothing if it weren't for us. No
I
excuse
didn't mean to
rest
kill
on
all
our
those
laurels, though.
goblins.
We've still got our own problems to contend with.
How am I holding
Quite
up?
splendidly, to give credit where it's due. You and I have shared some good times together, and it seems we have plenty in common. You already know my biggest secrets. What more can you ask?
What drew you to
Took me
Shara
in when
worship?
no one else would. Without her, I wouldn't be alive. She's my mother. She nurtures me, cares for me, loves me. Don't believe the lies the Selûnites tell.
Tell me more.
Besides my life's calling and the greatest problem I've ever faced? Well, I like night orchids and can't swim. Is that the sort of thing you meant?
And you hate wolves, right?
It's a deal.
Point out some night orchids.
No, I can't. Quite literally, I mean. With my memory suppressed, I can't betray Shah's secrets. But I can't remember much of myself either. If I manage to return to Baldur's Gate and fulfill Shah's mission, then my memories will be restored.
Seems kind of messed up. Yeah.
Of course. It is an act of faith, not to be undertaken lightly.
Religion, man.
Shah will reward me when I succeed.
What do you make of the powers?
On one hand, they seem useful. But on the other hand, or perhaps tentacle before long, we know where they're coming from and what lies at the end of that path. I never expected ceremorphosis to be tempting. I think we should resist these powers.
That's why she
There's
doesn't
simply too many unknowns for us
get
to
the
risk it.
tadpoles. Persuasion?
Well, perhaps you have a point. Fine. Let's explore these powers then.
Hey,
I
nobody's
just
making you.
hope we don't come to regret it.
You want to talk about it?
Very serious of you. But go ahead.
How are you faring?
Always good when I'm with you.
Okay. That is everything. We've exhausted all the conversations. We did our long rest. Can I don't need to do that. Can I leave the camp supplies in the camp? That's the alchemy pouch. This is just a regular pouch. I don't think I need the cage key anymore. Can I just put it on a keychain? Animal speaking. Surely that's it?
I admire your courage, Gale.
Thank you. Any particular reason?
Between the orb and the bug, you've got more than your fair share of unwelcome passengers.
What can I say? Mother always taught me to be a gracious host.
Could I have just opened that from the beginning? How come I can't get out here fast enough? Oh, you just walk up to it? Is that all I had to do the first time? Let's test this theory. Close the gate. Alright. Oh my god. That's frustrating. Go check out the cliffs. Seems like there's some map areas that we haven't explored. Or we have.
Moves in the mud around that rock.
I'm not trying to... Can't throw too heavy. I need somebody stronger.
Where am I needed?
Not enough strength.
Yes.
Gale's not gonna have the strength. Surely the cleric won't. Oh.
At least things have stayed interesting.
Harper's map. The stained ragged map has passed through countless hands. A little harp marks an area called Moonrise Towers with a small inky crescent sketched in the nearby forest. Below the crescent is a more recent scrawl. Cache. Tattered collection of reports held together with a moon and harp seal. There's frequent mention of sacrilegious activity among local Selionite sect. Okay, good to know. Okay, okay.
With haste.
You can't queue it up.
No one back home will ever believe this. Looking ahead.
What's, okay. That's what we're looking like for XP.
No hesitation.
Okay, so I've checked all that then. There's an area I haven't been to, but it's all good. We just go straight south of the blighted village, then what? These goblins are okay with me. Even though I messed up their whole group.
To getting a slap.
What are these folks talking about?
You have her. Please.
Lads, for the love of all that is holy, I've never clapped eyes on your poor sister.
Drop the act, hag.
Auntie Ethel.
You was the last to see Mayrina.
Just let her go. Please.
Thank goodness you're here, sweetie. I don't know what's come over these boys.
Stop this. We won't ask again.
What's going on here?
Careful. Don't trust a word out of her mouth. Our sister went to the hag, and we ain't seen her since.
Hand over heart, I don't know their sister. I will gladly help you all look for her, though.
Enough. Where is she?
Sweetie, be careful!
She's with the hag!
Don't bloody stand there gaping. Get her!
Hey, what did I do? I didn't mean to do that. That was dumb of me.
The blade will not bend.
If I dash,
Making my move.
Still on my feet.
Battle favors the fearless.
I mean, you guys attacked me.
Need to stay focused. Have to keep going.
Oh, my stars! I didn't mean for this to happen.
Sounded like a heated argument.
Those poor boys were looking for their little sister, Mayrina. The girl who's
I mean, everybody has an M name.
This is all my fault. But I made a promise. Mayrina begged me not to breathe a word if they came looking for her. And my word is
You
my
just
bond.
made me kill her brothers.
Poor thing will be distraught. We can't let her know. It'd break her poor heart. I'd best get going, but please stop by my house. I'd like to thank you proper.
Ethel's less helpless than she made out. I don't trust her.
Kitius! Kitius! Procreate! Procreate!
That's her house.
One day I'll catch a break.
Forest.
Always room for more?
That might be worth a look.
What was it?
Cursed to put
Dirt
my hands
mounds.
on everything.
Fleet fingers. Running jump. Once per turn after the word dash as it takes similar action. They can jump without using a bonus action. Just take it all, I guess. Some sort of camp down here. Think there's anything in here? Can't go in here. Oh.
Mine.
Traps.
Better be careful not to trigger that thing.
Oh, I can get through here. Why am I dying so hard? So I really need to pay attention to where I'm going as opposed to just randomly going through, you know?
A chill runs up your spine. You feel like you're being watched.
But by whom? DC 20 with 0 bonus. Get a guidance? Nope. Didn't matter. Use some inspiration. Do one more. Yeah, I have no idea what's going on. I'll take the roll.
The place has a quiet sense of calm. You can't see anything strange.
Short rest about it then.
Blood everywhere. Someone wasn't as fortunate in their choice of campsite as us.
A lot of food.
I wonder what kind of creature could have caused so much damage. Something over there.
I'll take it. These traps still here? Yes. Why is Ven going back in?
Not as bad as it could have. Here we go.
Take a breather, lovelies, and have a bite to eat on me, Auntie E. Feel like she's a witch.
Open up.
The sheep's voice warbles. You realize it's trying to say bar.
Let's reach out.
The smell of rot assaults your senses as the illusion vanishes.
This is a grave.
a diminutive creature sporting a red hat
Hi,
glares
friend.
at you. He seems unaware that his illusion has failed.
Say bah.
Seems like
I want to talk to him.
That noise. Is the creature pretending to be a sheep?
You're not a sheep.
Scum-sucking, lice-ridden little ball bag.
Ball
Get
bag.
out, or I bite tongue, eat tongue. Oh, delicious tongue.
No need to get nasty.
Oh, precious baby loves to bleed you. Yes, turn your corpse into sponge.
All right, now you're threatening me.
Yes.
I was ready to walk away, but now you're threatening me.
I'll fill you with holes and more.
All right, time to skulk about. Should mind my step.
A trap. Watch it.
Thank you. Camp supplies, okay. Just don't make what's-her-face swim.
Something good here, I hope. Need to find a way forward. Here goes nothing.
Probably shouldn't have done that.
Cloak and dagger, my favorite.
Why am I doing this?
Who's taking turns? These guys all trying to get towards me. It's quite the battle. Mud, mud, mud. So they're low HP. Woodwood's got 42.
Two steps at a time.
Two Woodwoods. These guys are little.
On I go.
Gone with the weave.
Are they making more? Too many hit points. Oh, that kind of sucks. So he's just gonna keep spawning more. That's cool. Cool. Here they come. At least they're slow. Disadvantage. Disadvantage. Everything's disadvantage now, huh? He's not gonna make it over. We gotta get these mud guys dead, because they're just gonna spawn more.
Just out of view.
Hiding ain't gonna work. Okay. Oof. Hit them all. Damn it. He got knocked down. That's good.
Time for some bloody work.
Damn it. I was hoping he'd burn. Can't hide. Good, get that knocked back. Solid miss.
take you.
No, you're not getting this far, are you? Oh, crap. Kind of a waste, but...
Softer than a whisper.
Battle favors the fearless. Mistra Rill.
Can't give up.
Well, crap. Good battle. Twisting branch, don't want it. Woodwode shield.
Open up. Light on my feet.
The Sparkle Hands. Conductive strikes. On a hit with an unarmed attack, the wearer gains 2 lightning charges. Effective transmitter while imbued with lightning charges. Attack against metal constructs. I'm never going to use that because I don't use unarmed strike, but... I should have seen that just sitting there.
That's curious.
Dirt mound. Some yummy food.
What's in here?
Gonna be a trap on the way down there, isn't there?
At the ready.
I'm not encumbered. Why am I slow? Deep water. All right.
And away I go.
Everyone's gonna launch over. Everyone's gonna launch over. And as much as I hate to leave it on a cliffhanger, that's gonna be it. Thank you everybody for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. Hit me on twitch.tv/dbark, YouTube dbark, Twitter X dbark TTV. Same with Instagram, Threads, you name it, all of it. Catch you in the next one. Peace.